Alright, so I'm going to do some a little bit different, at least as far as my channel goes. So I'm sure you guys have seen this kind of stuff before. Basically, what people do is, they take like a replay of like their game or something like that, and they just, talk over it, they go over mistakes and stuff like that. You see a lot of that in Overwatch. I know they have a lot of those, and Paladins has some too, but I wanted to do one, and I got this really good gameplay for one, I think, at least. I think so. Basically, in this gameplay, like the first half of it is me doing really, really bad. Like I miss a lot, I do a lot of like stupid things, make a lot of mistakes, and then like in the second half, I do really well. I don't miss as much, I actually hit things. I get kills, I put in work, I pull up my weight, and it just shows that you can make a ton of mistakes. You could like do bad, and you could adjust like mid game and get your act together and come out to get the win. So basically right here, first off I grab Cot. I'm going to need Cot because they have Maldon, but whenever I see something like a Maldonbo or like a Ceres or like a Ying, I just rush the Cot 3 for stuff like like Grover or like Pip or stuff like that, or like 2 off healers, something like that. I tend to maybe I'll get to 2 and then I'll buy something else. But for the most part, even in like those situations, I do tend to just rush the Cot. Now you did see I did miss a lot on the Ash. Me missing a slow moving tank like that is really bad. And then I pushed into the right and tried to 2v1 a Maul and a Barrack. I think like part of me thought I could kill the Maul before Barrack turned around, but that didn't happen. And then Cassie came up from behind. I kind of ignored her. I knew she was to the left, and I just didn't think she would rush me. So stupid mistake there. I 100% shouldn't have done that. At this point, I'm just sort of waiting for us to group up. Drogos does a very aggressive play. He thrusts up to get in and doesn't have thrust to get out, so he just gets hooked and destroyed. Then Cassie made a dumb play too. She pushed in really far away from her team with no tank support, and my tank and me pushed in to get the kill. I take care of the turret, and then I go, I help burst down the Ash, and I miss the Barrack a ton. Architectonic turrets are really annoying. It's definitely good to make sure you get rid of them. A lot of people tend to leave them alone. Don't do that. If they're low health like that, if they're 3-bar, like just get rid of them quickly. If they have like a ton of health, it'll take a while. Then I could see you prioritizing like something else. But architectonic turrets are definitely something you want to, not play around with. Thankfully, Ash misses her bash here, so it doesn't end up getting me killed. Genos comes in for the heal. I press it basically right after she boops me, so I end up wasting the ult. She decides to run away though, and then we just burst her down. Unfortunately, I am not able to notice and burst down the Drogos fast enough. He, for some reason, doesn't go for the tanks, he goes for the Genos. It actually did kind of work out here, because our tanks end up getting split up. Like, our Makoa goes way in on his own to push, leaving Anar right here, and me, I can't like get in there or I'm definitely gonna die. So I just sort of try to attack them from behind, but I can't like burst them down fast enough to kill Inara. I end up dying. Yeah, one thing to do, like never really, if you're that close to their spawn, don't push in alone, because even if you like get like a trade or something, the enemy's gonna respawn faster than you, so they're gonna get back faster, and your team's just gonna get like staggered and wiped. So yeah, like try to like keep together on the push like that. You always want to like push in together. Like if it's like, you're capping the point, then yeah, I could see you wanting to go in and zone, cuz even if you die and you get like a kill, at least you both you and the enemy are going to get back at the same time, Here Cassie gets around us. We just sort of get like destroyed by her. I definitely should have watched out for her. Unfortunately, I did not. But it's okay, we still have some time here. We still have some time to group up, get the push together. Drogos is flying up in the air. Me and Andrew are on him. He does get out, goes to heal up. I saw Makoa getting attacked here, so I rushed in and want to help. I definitely want to get some pressure on the enemy so they don't put a ton on him. Drogos is like way out of I don't know what he's doing. He needs to be playing like much more careful than he is, because he's dealing with a Lian and an Andro. And the draft is something I want to talk about when the round ends. But yeah, right here, we get our stuff together, and we just start, like picking people off, getting some burst, getting them bursted down. And now we're going into overtime. We still have a good chance of pushing this in. I try to go around. I know they're spawning up. I see some run past me, so I'm like, okay, let me see if I get a kill here. I was hoping to hit Cassie plus Drogos. I only hit Drogos. Because if I would have hit Cassie, I would have got her weak, and I could have easily killed her. I could have easily killed her here too, but I missed a ton. I choked so hard, and that's kind of my fault. If I would have not choked, you probably would have got this round, because the Cassie wouldn't be up around, you know, dealing damage, being annoying with a ton of rolls, and I would be able to kill like the Drogos that killed Makoa. So, do I even get back in time? I think I do, but at this point, it's like it's only really like me and Inara. And there's no way I'm going to be able to like kill all these guys. Inara could take a ton of punishment for sure, but you know, I'm just sort of going to get like messed up. I did dive in a little bit too far here. Drogos and Cassie were behind me, so if I didn't push up, I still would have died. But there was really no real salvaging that. Right now we're just like, we're staggering. We're kind of forcing the stagger, and it's probably best to just let this one go. I think they just force us off it though. We did actually get Maldamba's ult out of it. So that's good, and we're keeping all our ults for the most part. I think Andrew used his a little bit ago, but here this is a pretty good play. I do make a mistake though. I'm gonna explain this a bit. So basically, when I kill Maldamba, I don't look up to the right hand corner to see like what the respawn timers are. If you don't have this on your game, get this. Like it's a option in the settings. It's like combat UI or something. You want this because it tells you stuff. It doesn't tell you what their ult is. Like on your screen outside the replay, it'll tell you like what I think what their health is at, and what kill streak they're on, and their respawn time. It won't tell you, like, it'll basically tell you stuff you already know. It just makes it super instantly available to you, so you don't have to think about it. It won't show the ult or anything like that, but yeah, get that. So I didn't look up there to see like when the Ashe and Cassie were respawning, and if I would have looked, I would have killed Maldamba, gone out that left door, got behind my tanks, and then put some pressure on the Cassie and Ashe from behind my tanks. I didn't do that though, so I messed up. I didn't want to talk about their draft here, but I kind of spent that time. Anyway, whatever. I do try to push in left here, but between the Cassie ult and the Cassie and the Ashe being right there, I tend to op out. I do push in, now the Cassie's alone, and I do thankfully just barely get the kill on her, so that's good, because right now, basically Cassie's their main damage. Drogos doesn't really count, because he's hard countered by Lian and Andro right now. Like, he's basically going to do nothing the whole game. He wasn't even really that good of a Drogos either, so it was definitely better for me to recognize that Cassie was the threat here. I do try to burst down Drogos here, wasn't fast enough. Makoa ends up getting killed. I ult Cassie. I don't push the kill on her because I see Andros on her, and I want to kill that Drogos or the Maw. He throws the gourd. The second he threw the gourd, I should have left. Barrack was behind me anyway, so I did get over aggressive there. I'm not like super tanky like Inara, so I couldn't really just go in like she could right there. So, and they end up ulting the point and stuff like that. I think we still managed to cap this out though, and at this point I've caught 3. And, you know, fast tracking that is, again, you know, very, very important. You definitely want to fast track Caught or Wrecker. It's pretty important. Like, when I see people not buy Caught or Wrecker, like, at the very start, it's like, okay, what are you doing? Like, the support can buy Chronos, but everyone else has to get, like, you know, Wrecker or Caught, you know. And the support can get Caught later. Because, you know, with a support, you want Chronos because you want to be able to heal more often, stuff like that. So, that's understandable. But everyone else, you gotta. Red items are super important, way more important than any of the others. If your team is working together properly, you never need like a green item like right away or a blue item right away. Yeah, so I heard Cassie get binded there, so I go in, I get a killing blow. Between me and Andro attacking her in the bind, there's no way she's living. Drogos, I don't know, Drogos likes to stay up in the spot at low health and he gets himself killed. I think it's the second time he did that. Again, this Drogos wasn't the most like experienced Drogos in the world. Genos gets a really good bind here. Me and Nara burst down the barrack. That's like one thing I really love about Genos is that at least the Genoses that do that. You know, like as a Genos, most people they just sort of like stand back somewhere and they'll like, you know, they'll just heal. They'll just heal through walls, keep safe, stuff like that. And, you know, that's all fine and good, but the Genoses that make use of the 5 seconds their heal is on cooldown by like either attacking or void gripping are the best Genoses because they keep up constant max value. And that's what he was doing right there. Engaging in the fight, helping his team more than just pressing right click. Here I'm just sort of like poking Barrack. That way he's distracted. He's the only tank up right now, so my tanks can easily push up on him if they see he's distracted. They do. He does get away alive, but we get the ground. Here I don't really know who to attack. Um, I missed the barrack a few times. So I'm like, oh, do I attack barrack? Do I attack Mal? What do I do? I just opt to bail out, and thankfully I do because it allows me to get into position to kill the Ash as she's ulting before it hits the ground. Drogos flies up high in the sky against Lian. Don't know why he would do that. Again, he isn't the most experienced Drogos from what I've seen. I mean, he did draft a Drogos into Lian plus Andro. Here, I hear Cassie rolling over to me, so I dash behind this little outhouse thing right here. I think that's what it is, a shed? I don't know. And thankfully Andro and Makoa come in, forcing her back. She does live, but it keeps me alive. Janos, another good bind here, makes Ash a really easy kill, even easier kill because she was low. And here, this is when I start getting my act together, start like really getting my aim down, stuff like that, start bursting down people, really putting in my work as the sole damage dealer. You know, as the sole damage dealer, I have a lot of pressure on me to really just deal a ton of damage. Because Andro, you know, he could help with that, but he's a flank, and this map is really open, so he has to get in and really risk himself to help me deal damage. And he's not going to deal anywhere near as much as I can, so I definitely have to do my best to definitely pull my weight here as the sole damage dealer. I try to, you know, ult Drogos to save Genos. I was hoping Genos would shoot him a little bit. He opts to ult him, which was a mistake. He shouldn't have ulted him. There's no way he was going to get that ult off. If he would have just tagged him a little bit, he would have lived and killed him. Here, you know, I'm just, you know, trying to make the kill streak go some more. I definitely want to get some kills here. Ash ults, so I'm like, okay, screw this. I'm going to go kill somebody else. I know Drogos is spawning up, because I did look at the right this time, and I do manage to burst him down, get the godlike. I do get off a presence in the Cassie. It's not enough, though. She ends up killing me, and at this point, we don't really have a whole lot left. I don't even think Anara and Genos are on the point. No, I think they were just coming back. So, they defend successfully. There's nothing really more I could do there. I definitely put in a lot of work at the end there. There's not really much I can do. It was just the whole thing about us being staggered and stuff. I think if the Genos, again, would have helped kill the Drogos before he killed him, we would have been just fine there, because we would have had our healer for that fight. But yeah, again, their draft. I first picked Lian. Well, I got Loki, the Makoa, to first pick Lian, and I picked Makoa for him. I'm pretty sure that's how that went. And Drogos, he picked it into Lian. I'm pretty positive. It's like, okay, why'd you do that? Why'd you do that? Okay, Drogos can take on one of his counters on certain maps. Like, that's fine. Splitstone's not one of them. Splitstone is too open. He should not have drafted a Drogos against a Lian in Splitstone. And then, you know, somebody on our team, Jaylet, he got Andro on top of that. So the Drogos is basically screwed. So it's basically Cassie being the sole damage dealer. I go up here, I try to burst down the Drogos, but when he goes down and gets away, I hear Loki. He's telling me Ash is weak and Cassie is on him, so I go to help out. You know, seeing Makoa plus Anara plus Lian makes the Cassie just bail out. She has to leave. I try to burst her down, but you know, she has rolls and stuff. So I focus my attention on the Drogos, try to get him down. I do end up killing him somehow. I don't know how. Oh, he ran into the fidget spinners, and that procced my kill to heal, which gave me enough health to safely ult against Cassie, and that got me more health. And then instead of going for Maldamba, I decided to let my teammate kill him, because he was basically screwed, and I didn't want to go out there and get myself killed. I'd rather just wait for a heal, which Genos thankfully provided. Thank you, Genos. It was Genos plus Maldamba dying to kill the heal here. I do have kill to heal 3. You can definitely carry with kill to heal 3 a lot. I have always like picked kill to heal 3 on like carry characters like this. Life Rip is pretty good too, but I don't know. I like the burst from kill to heal better. And again, I make sure to get it after Cauterize. I do end up choking against this Maul right here. I completely screwed up. I did not hit him at all. He was like out strafing me. I could not predict his very obvious side to side strafing. So that's my fault. It doesn't really cost us anything though. I'm pretty positive we get this point. Makoa is holding out. Andro is there to keep some of the pressure off of him. Makoa, he rolls out. I think he dies here. He dies here. He kills Drogos though, and everyone's basically weak. So I'm just, you know, I'm feasting right now. I'm feasting on people. Maldamba has nowhere to hide. Ash comes to, you know, to charge me. I move out of the way. I move myself up, force myself in the barrack. I ult him, clean up the kill with grace. I don't get the 50% back, but the kill is really all that matters. I can get ult back pretty fast. You know, damage dealers tend to do that. And Andro ults. Good ult there. He gets Drogos weak. Makoa cleans him up, and he kills Cassie. So, fantastic teamwork right there. That was great. This is where we're really just like stealing the enemy's fate right here, because everyone's basically doing their best right now, and everyone's working well together. The enemy is falling apart and stuff like that. So, Yeah, so this it just goes to show you that you can, make a ton of mistakes at the start, do really bad for half the game, and then come back to pull your weight, as you can see here. Again, they're falling apart. Drogos went way out of line and got hooked, and then Ash is coming up, and Barrack and Ash, as you can see, are on completely different levels. This is when lag happens. You know that lag where you sort of just, you can move, but nobody else is moving. They're just like walking in place, and then you can use your cooldowns all you want, but not deal damage to anybody. That's what that looks like to a replay. Like, this is what it looks like in a replay. You just move forever until it stops. So, Ash dives me here, I think by accident. I used I used Lian's mobility and the environment to keep myself away from the Ash. I guess right there she assumed Drogos would kill me. He did not. So she leaves me alone, but at this point we're very, very spread out. Like, everyone is everywhere. So it's super easy for the tanks to just push in on me and then, like clean up the rest. So you definitely want to keep that tight group coordination. And one thing, it's a very simple thing. Always make sure you're constantly like looking behind you. Like, if you're not attacking somebody, look behind you. Just because, you never know when there's somebody back there, right? It's a good habit to have, to constantly be looking around. It's a very like simple and like general thing to do. But if you got it down, it helps a lot. Because, like, right there, the team didn't really do that. Again, I don't know what Drogos is doing. Again, the Drogos doesn't seem like a very experienced guy. He was in close quarters. He knew very well that there was, like, a Makoa and Lian right there, and he attacked anyway. Here, we're basically just regrouping. Loki's, like, telling me, he's calling out for me to back up, because he's coming back. I want to get the team back together. I hear Drogos' footsteps. I'm like, okay, I'm out. I want to get more distance between us, allowing me to not just get salvoed into oblivion. I do get some good burst off him, and Genos gets the kill. So, yeah, listen for those footsteps. Make sure you're playing with sound. I know some people, they might not play with sound, or they'll play with really loud music. In competitive, you probably shouldn't do that, just because sound cues are so important. And, like, every ability makes a different sound and stuff like that. It's just super good information. Here, I run out of bullets. I'm not able to tag her, so I just grace it. There's no way I'm missing. I stop her from ulting again. And, Grace gives me the reload because precision. I really do think precision's going to be, like, still the best, like, legendary after the nerf, just because you never have to reload with it. You can always be getting off damage no matter what. So that's why I really love it. I hear Genos bind him, so I go up. Loki assures me that Cassie is weak, so I know I'm going to be able to win this 1v1 super easily. She also rolled back into the Genos, so even if I messed up, Genos would have killed her. Get the kill off Mal Damba. I try to go for the Drogos, but he starts ulting. It's like, okay, he's going to probably punch me. Let me ult here. I know it looks really weird on the replay. He could have punched me again, but thankfully Andro was there for the save. Andro is really doing a great job this game at getting those killing blows. Definitely really pulling his weight very well. And that looked weird too. Replays sometimes look weird. That's the only bad thing about him. Loki with another great hook. Loki is really great with his hooks. Really, really great. Like, there's no other Makoa I'd ever want on my team besides Loki. Like, the hooks are always insane. Here, Ash boops me up, but I'm still able to help burst her down. Barrack gets up the bubble, but at this point, it doesn't really matter. He's the only one there. He's weak. Both our tanks are there. Can easily walk in, kill him. The fire's not going to be able to kill them fast enough. So, yeah. Okay. I have never talked so fast before and so much. And that was like 20 minutes of straight talking. I am very done. Yeah, so I got like 61 limbs. I did like 150, about 155,000 damage, just about, like, about 77 off, yeah. Here you see my loadout. I'm using Precision, Swift Blade 4, Noble Crest 2, Heir to the Throne 1, Divine Right 2, Inheritance 4. I basically just love having like a ton of cooldown reduction, and I got Chronos to help with that even more, because like you can get Grace down to like 3 seconds, I think, with Chronos too. So, or maybe like 3.5. I think it's 3.5. But whatever. So yeah, that's that. Hopefully I did okay. That's like that's my first time doing that. Unscripted videos are not really my thing, and it is kind of hard to talk that fast and keep up with such fast-paced action for 20 minutes straight. So hopefully I did okay. Hopefully you guys like learned something. I'm gonna do some more of these. My friends basically gave me permission, to use some of their replays. So I'll like get those, and I don't know if I'm gonna take them from you guys. Let me know if you're interested in that. If you guys want to like, want me to look at some of your replays, and if you guys are, I'll like explain in the next video how to like get me your replays and stuff like that, and what I look for in a replay, because I don't want like something where somebody just like, you know, stomps the whole game, because then there's nothing I could really, you know, there's no mistakes I could really go over with that. Like something like this is probably like the best case scenario, but let me know if you're interested in that. If not, I can definitely just do them with my replays and my friends' replays. That's fine. I'm probably gonna do maybe like 2 a week or something like that, or probably whenever I don't have a video idea for that day, I'll just grab a replay and, you know, talk over it. It's a pretty easy video to make. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't want to take up any more of your time. I've already like taken up like 20 minutes. If you got through this whole thing, thank you. But yeah, so that's pretty much it, guys. I want to thank you all for watching. I very much appreciate it, and I'm gonna see you guys later. Bye.